So it's not like, life-changing money though, but it was probably like, holy shit, I can make money from taking pictures. This is going to happen.
Oh, it was somebody's yearly salary, right? So I was like, when you're out of college, you're like, oh wow, this is great. Especially, I mean, I was already working at a newspaper doing film. I was their filmmaker and editor, just for I don't know how I ended up doing that, a friend, something like that. But so that was my main gig, and on top of that, I was like, oh wow, okay, this is real. I guess I can just quit this job, which I like, but I was like, now we can just travel with this money. It was the end of
Yeah.
the season, it was spring, so you could have a whole summer off.
Yeah. So then you start just now, where you put when you sold your picture, you sold it to Microsoft.
Yeah,
So that's a big company. So yeah, that is kind of like substantial amount of money that they could pay you for that.
yeah, because they
So
needed it for 24. Not to get into the weeds of licensing, but they needed it for a long time and in exclusivity, which to me didn't matter at all because I had no plans with any photos. I was just a student. But for them, exclusivity means nobody else can use it.
well, that's interesting to know because I don't know how that would work the still photography and how, the license, but that makes
It's more
sense.
expensive,
They need
right?
it.
You just want to be the only one who gets it. Obviously, you got to pay more.
Right, right, right. I get that. So, all right. So then you get that, and Instagram with that hasn't started yet at this point, right?
Just early stage, really.
But you've already kind of started posting pictures up
Oh
there
yeah,
too,
every
using
day,
that platform
every day.
every day. When it
Yeah.
first came out, you said, "Oh, I'm right on this."
Oh yeah,
I would
but it was
have to think
awesome.
that was that like a big needle mover for you? Did that like push you? Like
Yeah, it
or
changed
like
a lot of people's lives, including mine.
right? That I mean, as much as Flickr did, as much as you got the
But
Microsoft gig,
this was 1000x exponential compared to Flickr or 500px. This was just,
Instagram.
of course, yeah. Otherwise, you and I wouldn't be talking if this thing didn't exist.
Right, right, right. But what a wonderful tool. So it just started. The algorithm was friendly a little bit more back then, and you're just blowing up because you
Terribly
got.
friendly.
How many
Yeah,
pictures would you post in the beginning when it first started?
just take one every day. That's it. Simple.
One a day.
Yeah, I thought it was the right
Quality
amount.
too.
But I spent hours though talking to other people, like on Flickr or whatever, like over my neighbors. Same thing. I would just talk to them because I was curious on people why I did things mainly. So I was always investigating or looking at locations like, wow, look at this spot, like saving places that I would see in photos to go see them after.
Curiosity. I think that's our theme. Is I see a theme building here. So you're just and you said you're traveling around where you just decided I'm gonna leave my editing job. I'm gonna kind of get residuals and I'm gonna travel around and take pictures.
This wasn't even residuals, I was 20. It's like, yeah, let's just go and blow this thing off. There was
That's
no
it. Yeah.
strategy. It's just like, let's just go and because I've been saving locations for years. So let's just hit the road and go see things and build a photography portfolio with my wife. Well, my now wife, but she was just my girlfriend.
She's your girlfriend at the time, and she said, "Yeah, sure, let's go. Let's go do it."
Who
She was your
wouldn't?
teammate in
I mean, 20?
that. Why? She might have to go to school or something. I said, "No, I gotta finish school and all that." And
Nah, but it can be pretty convincing.
yeah, yeah. Well,
You know,
Alex, yeah, you probably. Yeah, she was in love, and then she dynamic guy, and then we want to try. So where'd you guys go when that at this point in your life? Where you traveling off to go take pictures?
nah, it was Chile, Patagonia. We did Chile north to south because she's got family there, so that was really helpful. So we got like the insider scoop, on every location. That was really beautiful. Atacama Desert is quite remarkable. Patagonia, obviously. That was his dad who actually invited us down there at the same time. And then to do a trek there. And then Norway, Morocco, Switzerland. I don't know, just like a bunch of cool things I've wanted to do.
When you're going to these locations, you have like a how formalized is your kind of plan? Is it look this is the kind of pictures I want to take, or this is let's just play an improvisational kind of style, or
Totally
how do you go
unplanned.
into that?
Totally unplanned. And nowadays, even unless it's like a gig, I'm working with somebody, which then out of respect for them, I must have a plan. But
Yeah,
otherwise, if it's just for personal work, I try to stay away from plans. I think it's always
right. When you're
disappointment when you have these plans. Oh, we'll get this shot, and then you don't, and you get something else. So might as well just be open from the beginning.
it's a very specific, it's an art form, and when you have to get a shot, what are you strategizing in your head as far as looking at something? You're not planning out the location, but you're looking at something. you're looking at the composition, or you're getting an idea of how you're going to frame it, and what are you thinking on what your choices of when you're going to take that picture?
I mean, I think
Because it's very special what
we've
you
tried
do.
to invent that since the ages of painting, right? People have been trying to explain that. So I don't know if I'm in the right position to explain it, but to me, it's really my personal thing is probably shapes. It's a sort of geometry, like it just becomes just shapes in front of me, triangles and circles, and they get. I just move around to make them harmonious, so it becomes sort of
Mm.
abstract.